Hi, everybody. Welcome back in. It is Reader and Medium Rosalind. Um, as you can see, this looks different, right? I wanted to talk to you all about something that happened last week. And oftentimes, we don't share even when we're going through something, or oftentimes we'll try to hold back something so that we still feel that we are sharing by being around others or continuing our normal work, normal daily life, being around family, and not wanting them to know or understand what's truly going on. Okay. Um, but sometimes we have to, and I want you to know that this is a safe space because, I mean, the Soul family, you've been riding with me a long time, and you all know that I'm truthful with my information. And last week something it happened, and I saw it, and I was really in shock. I mean, I think the news was just very shocking and saddening. Just it really kind of hit me because there was a domestic violence incident from my hometown, my city that I grew up in, and there was someone that I went to school with, someone that I had spoken with, because I used to work in the medical field also, and this this woman, she was just maybe just 6 months older than me, and she was actually it was you know a murder suicide. That's exactly what it was, and I couldn't believe that her husband did that to her. Ended both of their lives, two lives taken away over what it seems could have been somewhat solvable because she had reached such a high status and such a high rank. She was known throughout the county as being a crisis counselor. She designed programs. She had a master's degree. She had a nursing degree. She had two separate degrees. She had reached such a status that people were taking note of her, requesting her services, really seeking out her experience, her expertise, her skill level when we have trauma issues in our state. And for her to have, lost her life this way, it really feels like it was an attack. It feels like it was such an outright attack. And it feels like maybe his personality, his energy, his whatever it was that truly drove him to this, it seems to be so well hidden or disguised at some level. Okay, that's the reason why I wanted to share what it is and what it does when we don't take care of what's wrong with us, and what we feel may be wrong with us, or we don't hold our own self accountable for getting help, for talking about it, for seeking a better way, even if you're really in the throes of, you know, a major incident, finding out new information, not feeling safe, feeling triggered, having all of these spiritual thought forms around you that are really changing the way you feel and look at your life, which that is an actual real thing, okay? Spiritual energy around you, cords attached to someone, and feeling like you can't get away, or, this must be a soulmate, so you have to keep riding it out. You have to keep going along with something, even if it's hurting you, even if it's affecting you emotionally and you're not happy anymore, even if you're triggered and angry and the cords are toxic between you and this person. It doesn't matter, husband, wife, fiance, girlfriend, boyfriend, significant other, all of these polite terms we use, but the actual basis and the foundation of this person and you might be just all fucked up. It might be bullshit. I'm just going to say it plainly and clearly. And anyone who's been a counselor, and I'm not saying like an official counselor. Some hairdressers are counselors. Some nail techs are counselors. Some medical assistants turn out to be counselors. Some preschool teachers see and interact with a lot of parents and kids and they turn out to be counselors. I don't want to put it like only if you have a certificate or a degree. But, I used to do a lot of help in the community, a lot of human service work, and it can only get worse, okay? This is what I really want you to understand. You have to start somewhere protecting yourself. You know, even if you can only start by crying, okay? Even if you can only start by crying, because when we cry, it's like, it is such a helping thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's like a gift that Creator Spirit gave to us, to be able to cry and like cry out and let out some of those wounds, traumas, some of those things that are so deeply tied within us, in our soul and our physical energy, etc. And we sometimes unblock so much just by having a good cry, the kind of cry where you're not holding back part of the pain, or you're not trying to be tough and pull back up, pull some of that back in, because that's the way that you keep wounded. You keep a wound when you do that, when you try to hold back the tears, the pain, and you try to hold the cry back. That can be very healing to let it go. Just release it. And afterwards, usually you will have some clarity, some discernment, some wisdom, some honesty with yourself, feeling more grounded, more together, more at peace instead of being all over the place with your thoughts and energy and your mind. That's what a good cry can do. So even if you don't know where to start with a good cry. Okay, then next you want to kind of see and understand what you might have been doing. Like really, what you have been doing to kind of let all of this keep going. And then it kind of winds up in a disaster, Like it didn't get better. It just kind of went into a disaster. So thinking about writing it down, thinking to yourself, taking some sort of inventory on, yeah, I can see where that pattern is. I did that in this relationship, and I did it before. I did it when I was a kid. All kinds of things like that. Do you see what I'm saying? It's a pattern, so it's been with you for a while. And after you start to see the pattern and it needs to change, you start to master your own healing. Okay, that's really some of the basis of how to start. And of course, reaching out to someone. Yeah, some people you may have to actually reach out to a friend, a family member, your doctor, someone that you feel safe with, someone that does community help. Just getting into those first steps, because I know some people don't want to go to a shelter. They don't want to go to maybe a shelter. Maybe you wouldn't have to. But, sometimes those are the only options, getting the police involved, going to where you're actually going to be safe and where you can think and where you can sleep, and get actual rest for all of this that's going on in your situation. Okay, because that is the only way that some of us will have help, is to attack it that way. Okay. The most important thing sometimes is just to be safe in the next hour or 2 hours or whatever. That sometimes is right down to it like that. It's right down to that point where you may have to save yourself, save your kids, or just getting somewhere safe long enough to get some help. Okay, long enough to think and to protect yourself. Of course, there's things also to do with root work and conjure and all of that too, but I just wanted to talk about how, mainly how we're losing some very beautiful souls. We're losing people that really do work a lot of light. People who are so important with gifts and they don't even realize it anymore because they're so tied up in this toxic kind of thing, this toxic relationship. I just want you all to know that, if you want to comment below, you can. If you don't want to comment below, you don't have to. If you ever just want to reach out and talk, we're here. We're the Soul Family. You all know I have a website, but I just wanted to put that out here on this video, this chat, because it's something that's so important, just to feel like, yeah, someone else has been through this. Someone else is experiencing what I'm going through right now. And it's not, you just can't hold it all in. And you deserve better. You deserve to be happy. Your children deserve to be happy, male or female. Whatever your role is in the family, whatever's going on with how people are seeing, the way that you live your life, you still deserve to be happy and you deserve to be vulnerable. We can't be strong all the time. That is such a myth. We cannot be strong, powerful women all the time. That is such a myth. It's not how we heal. It's not how all of it comes together. Yeah. So sometimes I feel it's just like we really need to take that honest look to that part of us, and we start to see so much more when we don't judge ourselves. When we don't judge the wound, we start to see so much more. Okay, so that is what I wanted to talk to you all about. And I hope that you all stay safe. Okay, don't blame yourself. Don't belittle yourself. I hope that this gave you a little bit of comfort. And you can share this also if you think it might help someone else, okay? I'll talk to you all again soon. All right? I love you. Bye-bye.